Switching gears now, the clock is ticking toward the end of the United Auto Workers contract and a potential strike.
It's going to be hard for people, but I think everybody is prepared to go on strike. We've been knowing about this for a while.
We're just over 2 days away from the end of the United Auto Workers contract with the big three U.S. automakers.
So the union president says the group has seen some progress in contract negotiations, but both sides still have a long way to go on an agreement.
And from the onset of bargaining, we've told them we want to do things differently, and we do not expect them to wait till the last minute and then want to settle everything. And so, unfortunately, they didn't heed our advice.
If a new deal is not reached by 11:59 Thursday night Eastern Time, more than 140,000 workers could walk off the assembly line. That will impact workers right here in our community at the Ford plant in Clay Como and the GM Fairfax plant in Kansas City, Kansas.
While it's unclear exactly how many are union workers, each plant lists the total number of workers on its website. That includes more than 7,200 at the Ford plant and 3,900 at the GM Fairfax plant. This week we could see something we haven't seen before. Workers going on strike, not for one, but three major automakers. The impacts for that could be felt throughout the country, including here at home, where we have both Ford and GM plants.
To better understand the gravity of the situation, we start at the beginning. So you have what are collectively known as the Detroit Three. You have General Motors, you have Ford, and Stellantis. Over the past decade, these automakers have enjoyed substantial profits. In fact, together they posted a net income of $164 billion, with $20 billion of that coming this year alone. Now, workers want a piece of that pie.
The big three are making money hand over fist right now. And, you know, when the union made concessions, and huge concessions were made back in the 2008 recession, you know, it was with the understanding that when things improved and when profits got better, remember GM it was that got bailed out by the government because it was facing bankruptcy, you know, and the understanding was that those things would be returned.
There are approximately 146,000 U.S. auto workers poised to go on strike. Shawn Fain, the UAW president, has given the three companies a deadline of this Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time to meet their demands. If an agreement isn't reached, workers could walk out at factories all across the country. That could cause significant disruptions for auto production in the U.S. So what do workers want? Well, for starters, 46% raises in general pay over 4 years. This would raise a top-scale assembly plant worker from $32 an hour to $47 an hour. They also want an end to varying tiers of wages for factory workers. For example, the top-scale workers, again, right now make $32 an hour, and temp workers start at just under $17 an hour. They also want to restore traditional pensions for new hires. Currently, they only get 401k-style retirement plans. Workers hired after 2007 don't get defined benefit pensions. They also get less generous health benefits. And the UAW wants a return of cost of living pay raises. Now, here's the big one, and think of this as an insurance policy for the future. The UAW wants to be able to represent workers at 10 EV, electrical vehicle, battery factories. That would mean those workers would get top UAW wages. And that's because workers who currently make parts for internal combustible engines are planning ahead for making a switch down the road as the auto industry as a whole transitions to EVs. So what are the companies proposing? Ford and GM are both offering 10% pay raise over 4 years with several lump sum payments, such as a $6,000 payment to cover inflation. Stellantis, formerly the Fiat Chrysler, offered 14.5% over those years without a lump sum package. Ford says its plan would bring, on average, a salary of $78,000 to more than $92,000 in the first year. And these companies all claim the union's pay raise demands are simply too expensive, and they say those costs would in turn get passed on to consumers. And that brings up a good question. What about us consumers? According to the Associated Press, at the end of last month, the three automakers had enough inventory to last 70 days. After that, though, supply could be short, causing demand and prices to rise.
It will cause a shortage of cars. And so if somebody wants to buy a car, it's going to be more difficult to do that. It's going to lower spending, consumer spending, as people tighten their belts. And it is going to hurt the profits of the big three, which is what a strike is all about.
Coming up tomorrow, we dive deeper into the economic impacts and how this could affect your family.
So if a strike happens, workers will get strike pay for their time on the picket line. It's $500 a week, which is only $100 a day, Monday through Friday. It's something workers say they've been preparing for.
I prepared myself for this because the strike is important. I've been saving all year for this moment.